Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today we're leaving Alex's place and we're heading for the airport. We're going to Nanning. We've been in contact with government officials on the ground in China that are saying, yes, you're going to quarantine when you get there. But we're trying to talk them into letting us self-quarantine in our own home. Whether they're going to let us do that or not. You see, the government official we talked to, well, Wei Fong talked to, because it's in Chinese, says, I'm not big enough to make that decision. I have to talk to the boss. So just before we go to the airport, they're going to give us a call and let us know whether we're lucky or not. Alex, what happened to your niece?
Well, okay, there might be a part 2 to this video. He might get to the airport and have to come back home. Now, we're pretty confident he'll get to Nanning, but last night my niece tried to get back to Canada and she was flying through Taipei and got to the airport and the official said, nice try. Yeah. You're gonna probably be quarantined if you get to Taipei. Now what's that mean? That means at least 14-day mandatory government quarantine. In a hotel? In a hotel. Then, on your dime? On your dime, on your time, and you don't know when the next flight is coming. Well, that's just it. In 14 days, you actually think Air Canada will be flying anywhere in 14 days? No, the official stuff that we got from WestJet is they're grounding pretty much their entire fleet as of 23rd here. Yeah, I know, and I saw that in the news in Canada, where they've don't worry, guys. Gweilo won't get stuck because he can always come back here, man. Well, exactly, and you know, I might be doing a follow-up on this in about a couple hours and saying, well, we're back in Bangkok. You know how it goes. Anyway, I'll catch you guys at the airport. And here we are, we're going into our grab, we're heading for the airport. We got to say goodbye to all of our friends here. And Alex still says, we'll see you in an hour. I hope you make it home. What a pleasure to meet this man. What a great guy, Kurt. You want a kiss? Hey, come on. Okay. But anyway, start of a fantastic friendship. You be safe. And thank you very much, Alex. Yeah. Good. See you later, Go to Wuhan. See you. We're off to Wuhan. Mate T says Wuhan. How about us? Oh, and those two. Don't cry, Wei Fong.
See you in Nanning. Yeah.
Well, it's 3 hours before our flight and we're at the airport now, so we're gonna see if we actually get on an airplane to southern China. You think this is gonna actually happen? Alex said we'll see you in an hour or two. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. We'll have to wait and see. I'll keep you informed. I'll be right back. Well, we're masked up in the airport here now. We're in the line with the rest of the people going to Nanning. They're actually processing the people. So it looks like this airplane is going to get off the ground and head for Nanning. Now, being a foreigner, that's a different story whether they're going to let us on or not. But I'll keep you informed. As soon as I know, you'll know. One thing you notice when you come into the airport, they check your temperature. And then they give you, if you're good, they give you a little green sticker. I got a green sticker. Wei Fong, where's your little green sticker? Oh, she got a green sticker. Everybody's got their little green sticker on. And if you don't have a green sticker on, you ain't getting on a frickin' airplane here in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, we got our tickets and boy, we were scrutinized. They wanted to go through our passports and see where we've been over the last couple of weeks. And I think if we would have been in some place that we weren't supposed to be, only Malaysia and Thailand. If we were in someplace else where we weren't supposed to be in the last 14 days, they would not have issued that ticket. I guarantee you that. I've never been scrutinized before getting a ticket, just a ticket. Now we're off to security. Well, security was a walk in the park. Took a little bit of time to get through. What do you think, Wei Fong? We're halfway there, eh? We go to E1, we get on the airplane. 2 hours later, we're in Nanning, China. Yes. Then what happens? Well, we're not quite sure yet. We're thinking 14-day quarantine. Yeah, 14-day quarantine in a hotel. Look at this guy here. Holy. You see it all here. Like everybody's in hazmat suits, and then you got the people like over here that they don't have a mask on. They're not worried about a damn thing. I think it all depends on where you're going and maybe what your country's been through. If you're Russian, you're bulletproof. If you're Chinese, you know how bad it can get. If you're Italian, chances are you're not here in Bangkok, except for my buddy Ponte. You check out his channel. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber out of Italy, and yes, he's in Bangkok over at Alex's place. Check this out, guys. Here's the departures. I'm gonna turn the camera around, and you're gonna see how many canceled flights there are. Check this out. Ours isn't canceled yet. We've got about another hour before we fly, so hopefully, cross your fingers. Nanning, here we come. Every time I think my wife is turning more Westerner than Chinese, something comes up that makes me think that she's not. Look at this. We're going to China, and she's got like a raincoat on. It's like a body condom as far as I can see. So, like, you're not going to get any diseases with that on, eh?
Thanks for Alex's niece. Give me the raincoat.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, they've got hazmat suits running around this place. It's nuts. It's crazy. But, hey, this is Thailand. Well, we've touched down in Nanning, China now. It's about 11:45 Nanning time. And we're not allowed to get out of our seats yet. They got to come in and take everybody's temperature before we're allowed to leave the airplane. Cool. So they've got these people in hazmat suits. Okay, now they're taking 5 rows at a time, and they take them into the first class area of the airplane, and that's where they're taking the temperatures. I guess they didn't want to be back here with all of us people. So, and we're right at the back of the airplane, as you can see. So it's going to be a while before we get off of this airplane. Oh well. At least we made it to Nanning, eh? Basically, we're some of the last people left on the airplane, and you know, it's taken us about 40 minutes to get off the airplane, and it's the West could take a page out of the Chinese playbook, because this is why it's not spreading in China. They take the extra effort, they make sure that it doesn't get spread around, but they take everybody's temperature, they take it very seriously. And in the West, they're not taking it seriously like that. So everybody's getting in the same little boat and doing their part. Like, look at these guys in their hazmat suits. Holy smokes, eh? They don't want to get it. I don't want to get it. Nobody wants to get it. But you can see that in Canada, they don't take your temperature. They don't go through all of the stuff that everybody here is going through, and it makes a big freaking difference. So because we're at the back of the line, I noticed a bottleneck here happening. Probably the medical screening before we can be let loose, if they're gonna let us loose. You see, we don't even know whether we're gonna be quarantined at a hotel, self-quarantined. We don't know what's going on here, so we're just playing it by ear. Exactly. We made it out of security, immigration, and you're wondering what happened. My glasses are fogging up. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, we're quarantined for 14 days. Why? Everybody's quarantined for 14 days. So all of the people that you see here, foreigners, Chinese people that are transiting through Nanning to other areas, are all going to a hotel and being quarantined for 14 full days. Yes, we are. So I don't know which hotel we're going to go to. I don't know how much it's going to cost us. But as you can see, that it was hazmat suits all the way through this place, and now we're just waiting for somebody to tell us what we're doing and where we're going, and hopefully it's a nice hotel. You know, a couple extra bucks would be nice. It's going to make some good video. Gweilo 60 quarantined in Nanning, China. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, they ask us questions. It took us 3 hours to get through immigration. You had to go through medical check. You had to go through immigration. They took my temperature like 4 or 5 times. They asked a million questions. And we thought, oh, we might even get away without quarantine, or we might get a home quarantine. No, it didn't work out that way. It's everybody is going to a hotel. I don't know if we're all going to the same hotel or if they've got a special hotel for foreigners and one for Chinese, or I have no idea. But by the end of this video, you will know. But the bright side is Gweilo got back to Nanning, China. Yes, I'm back home. Gotta love it. Like seriously. Yippity doo da day. I'm outside at the Nanning airport. Sure, I can't leave because I'm surrounded by authority figures, but oh well, you know, like life could be worse. Could be in Binyang, going to a hotel in Binyang. My God, wonder if they've got any brandy at this hotel. Well, they should. They soon will have. So the words come down from higher up. Chinese nationals to one hotel, foreigners to another hotel. Why they're doing that, I have no idea, but it is what it is. So when I get to the hotel, I'll show you my hotel room for the next 14 days. And I don't know if I've got a hotel room for me and one for Wei Fang, or if we can be in the same hotel room. We don't know yet. They're pretty close-lipped here, by Jesus. I don't know what's going on. So they finally crammed us on this little bus, and they wouldn't let me put my luggage underneath the bus, so there it is, and everybody's gonna sort of jump over that puppy. Oh boy. And now it's 4 o'clock in the morning. We started this ordeal at about 11:45 at the airport. Now we're getting a bus at 4 o'clock. So 4 hours and 15 minutes later, we're getting our ass out of the Nanning airport. Off to the hotel. Which hotel? It's still a secret. Okay, now it's 17 minutes after 7 o'clock in the morning, and they brought us to a fancy ass hotel with a bunch of guys in hazmat suits, and they wanted to charge us 480 RMB a night times 2, because Wei Fang has to get a room and I have to get a room, and so that's 960 RMB a night, which is, I don't know, a couple $100 a night. Now that the Canadian dollar is down, it's probably even more than a couple $100 a night. Times that by 14, yeah, so it starts to get real expensive, up around $3,000 for a quarantine. So he said, no, we're not going to do that. You should have seen the turmoil, the utter turmoil. So I just took my stuff and put it back on the bus and said, no. So then they found us a compromise at 280 RMB a night. So about just over half price. 280 for me, 280 for Wei Fang. So I'm a little bit pissed off here right now that, you know, I can understand that they have to quarantine people. I can understand that it's good for the country, but it could have been thought out a little bit better, especially the price, or the hotels that they used. They don't have to, like this one was like a 5-star hotel. Why would you put a bunch of quarantined people into a 5-star hotel and charge them so much for it? Anyway, so we're off to the other hotel, and now we've been about 7.5 hours since we got off the airplane. No food, and the bus driver hates us now because he thought his job was done, but he's got to take us to a different hotel. Anyway, when we get to the next hotel, I'll be right back. So I guess this is going to be our home for the next 14 days. It's a park setting. I guess we could have done worse. We might have been able to do better too, but at 480 RMB times 2, one for Wei Fang and one for me, because they'll only put one person in a room. I don't know why, but that's just the rules and regulations here. And these people here, I guess there's not a big squabble. They're on connecting flights. So they did a COVID-19 test at the airport this morning, or actually last night. We got in at midnight, and now it's 8:45 in the morning. So we've been at this for 9 hours. No food, no sleep, just bouncing around, going through what seems to be a lot of waiting around and not really getting anywhere. But these guys, if their COVID tests come back negative, then they may be able to get on the airplane and go to, I think they're mostly going to Chongqing. So hope them the best, and hope they get home today. If not, they're here and they're worried if they go in, then they're there for 14 days. So they don't want that. That's why they're sitting outside here, because they don't want to go in. And that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, and thanks for watching. Oh, hit the bell. Don't forget to resubscribe, because, you know, YouTube. And never forget to put a couple dollars on the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. And now that Gweilo 60 is back in China, well, sort of, another 14 days and I'll be on the ground in China and not in a hotel room in China under quarantine. And the next video will be talking about this very quarantine and what they do to watch you, to check out if you're gonna get sick or if you're not, or if anybody in our place does get sick. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. Thanks. Bye now. And this might frost your toasty Odis. They make you pay first before you go into quarantine, but you have to go into quarantine. You don't have a choice, or you get booted out of the country. So they got you over a barrel. So I'm paying my side in cash, and Wei Fang's paying her side in WeChat money. And what do you think of that, Wei Fang? What do you think of that?
You
got to pay in front, up front. Yeah, she's not very happy. It hasn't been a good day for us, and we haven't got breakfast yet, but we paid for it.
I don't know what's wrong with this year.